Bro, is my game the only last game?
Damn near.
So why everybody rushing me? I ain't gonna play till tomorrow anyway.
Who?
Us.
Mine's not playing till tomorrow.
Because we're not
EA
gonna send
Sports
tonight.
coverage of the NFL brings us to the city of
The
Angels,
Toad say he's
Los
not playing
Angeles,
tonight?
California.
No, I don't know, but that's what I'm guessing. Niggas ain't playing. The Cardinals and the Jags didn't play yet.
Look, if you ever see something upside down in the ponds around you like this guy did, make sure to use a stick to turn it right side up immediately. Because I'm saying this.
The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. In motion, the tight end. On the ground, it's the rookie out of Florida. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Right away, they rack up 10 yards on their first play from scrimmage. Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon.
Yeah, with a big run and a first down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Hey, check that, street, go!
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That's a gain of 13, first down Rams. Absolutely no trouble moving the ball on the ground on their first 2 plays from scrimmage.
Absolutely. You know what I really liked? Same guy carrying the ball in both plays, and what drives me crazy is when a back has a nice run, he taps his helmet to go out of the game. I would want the ball again and again and again because you've established really nice momentum, and now you're seeing the field really well.
And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's first and 10.
Shut up! Trap 60, trap 60!
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Going to be taken in here by Nakua. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Over 30 yards there, and first downs on 3 consecutive plays now.
Hey, smash Bronco! Ready?
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
He gets this down to the 3, but no further. Brought the power run out of the bag and got a couple extra yards with it.
Go, Reed, go!
Williams again, but he will lose yardage here. Back to the 4-yard line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Big 3rd down stop. I can almost hear that defense saying, go ahead, go for it. Try it. Try it.
You see that swagger out there, don't you? You see him saying, yeah, go ahead and give it one more shot. But I think if you're the head coach in this situation with you having the ball, just tip your cap to the guy on the other side and say, okay, you got me this time. Kick the field goal. We'll see you the rest of the game.
Well, if they would go for it and not get it, though, the other offense would have a long way to go in the other direction.
Come on, set!
Now they bring the tight end in motion right.
Set, go!
They'll look to throw. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to get the ball back on the turnover. They hold on 4th and goal. Well, Charles certainly circled that play. We might have to revisit it later. They had 3 in their back pocket. They go for it on 4th and goal and throw the pick.
Well, you know, we're still in the first half. A bold call nonetheless. And I guess the book might have said take the 3, but it looks like they burned the book and just said give me the analytics. And the analytics said go for it. Didn't work out.
Let's go, let's go.
And he'll take this one up to about the 13.
Liking 18. Ready, ready.
2nd and 5. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Byron Young, the one who got in and finished that play off.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball in this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
Let's go now.
And the tight end goes in motion left.
Go.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they take this up near the 30 before he's taken down.
Tracking 60.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Dancing to his left. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. 1st down, 18-yard gain.
18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. Sack. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Buffalo 18. Ready.
Now back to throw. That's caught by Mingo, right side. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. A nice throw right there. And Charles, this is game number 2 in the NFL for this young rookie. His guys getting the victory last week, and he played pretty well by most accounts. Curious, what did you see?
I saw.
It got his man complete. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Jake Ferguson, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Cowboys are on the board first on the road here in L.A. Aubrey good with a PAT. And that makes the score 7-0.
Oh, goodness. Switchers. Said, and I will be great.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. He'll take this to the 46. The Rams had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener. And listen, they knew last week they were in for a tough fight on the road. But now here's the home opener and a chance to get things right.
And I like the way that you presented that, because the bottom line is they didn't come out of that loss discouraged. They just came home and said, hey, if we do what we're supposed to do, protect our home turf, we'll be just fine.
On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to be brought down on what'll be the final play of this first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. From the 21, here's 2nd and 3. Here's a give up the middle. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
19 Lions. Let's go.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here.
7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. Ready, ready?
They'll look to throw here on first down. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Rams are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence that they're going to put more points up on the board.
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion, one more good rep, and they get off the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll look to throw here. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3-and-out and giving the ball back to their offense.
And good coverage there by the punt team. They're able to get down there and drop him with authority. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. On 2nd down, they'll run it here. 20. 5. Touchdown, L.A. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Rams have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes the return. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
He released that awkwardly. It almost looked like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let it go late, and it bounced in front of the plate.
Yeah, one of those fastballs that ends up at 57 feet, not 60 feet, 6 inches. Just a little short with the arm, which is unusual because we saw him in warm-ups. He's got a big, strong arm when he delivers it with confidence.
Flushed out right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Trap 60. Ready? Check go.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he'll be out right at the 35. Rookie quarterback, rookie running back. They team up there to pick up the first.
Warrior 70. Here we go. Set.
Back to throw again. And that's caught inside the 35. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Lamb, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from drawing level. Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
Bang!
And he's going to be stopped cold. The team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Right there, hurt. Go.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches as we just saw him do there because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down.
No. I gotta get it. I have an idea.
Let's go. Ready?
Now they try the right side here. Down the right sideline. Touchdown, L.A. A great effort there. His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Rams have taken the lead.
Is there a time where God...
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 21-14.
Dude.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Come on.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the
Come on.
end zone. And able to get this out to the 25.
Good. Good.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. And the Rams got him. They bring him down.
Let's go.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Riggs. Hut, hut.
They're going to look to throw. He sets to fire deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 14.
60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat. Get up.
Back to throw here. Out of his hands quickly to CeeDee Lamb. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Cappuccinos.
Set go.
Now on
Niggas
1st
ain't hear
down,
me
he'll
drinking
drop the throw it.
cappuccinos, yo.
He finds his man complete. It's Ferguson. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So they take
Y'all
the
niggas in the
flag and the
parties a
yardage
hoe,
that comes
yo.
with it.
Come on. Set. Mustang 19. Ready.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Good defensive call right there because they had someone shadowing him along his entire route. And he was right there ready to provide a hit that prevents him from adding another catch to his big start.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Down. Hawk 70. Go.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. That one out wide and intercepted. Picked off by Caleb Farley. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Back to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
Ready. 7 Pirates. Ready.
They'll set up a throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
And oh, it'll be intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
Well, I would guess that combined, if you spoke to both defenses, neither side has a lot to celebrate today. They haven't had a lot of stops, but that one right there, that's a big one because they stole points away with that play. And just as importantly, picked up a key stop on an offense that's been really impressive here in the early going.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Ready.
And not liking the look, they'll change the play.
Ready.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down.
Set. Go.
He'll look to throw. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears try to go for it on 4th.
Let's go.
How about this? They'll change it at the line. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the Cowboys first down. And they convert in style right there. A big play on 4th and long. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. CeeDee Lamb. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Aubrey now for the point after. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. Pressure comes, and down he goes. And that is one, no doubt, that may come back to haunt them because the PAT tied it. They didn't need to go for 2.
I keep searching for an explanation. I know it's quick right here. I think I can search for the next year and not come up with anything that absolutely works. Kick the point, man. Kick the point. I don't get it.
And they can't bring him down. And a nice return, but he's going to pay for it as they knock him down hard at the end. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And with a 1-point lead, you'd have to think they'll be looking just to get this to halftime. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Buying time to his left. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
Partner, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
Set up. Panther Street. Hut.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
Set. Rig alert. Rig
And they'll
alert.
send the tight end in motion.
18 Rattler. 18 Rattler. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. Get up.
They'll drop to throw. Eluding the pressure right. That is caught. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. And they've got the football, and they're already knocking on the door inside the 5 at the 4-yard line. That one is going to sting. First play of the third quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this third quarter. Turning it over like this.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Rams are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 8. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Powering his way forward. Oh, and some hitting going on now. This has been a tight game, and he takes a big shot there on the return. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game.
Oh, what a juke into space. Yeah, they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. In motion goes the tight end. Looking to throw. Pass complete to Jalen Tolbert. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 18 more yards there and another 1st down.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the.
Left sideline, a dive, and it looks like he's got it. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. CeeDee Lamb. Halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Cowboys have come back to make it a 2-point game. Now Mike McCarthy going to decide to go for 2 here.
Ready?
And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2, they don't get it. And a little element there of chasing points, because that's the second time they've had a failed 2-point conversion. Now they're down 2.
Yeah, you don't kick it the first time, and now you feel like you're in a position where you have to go for 2 in this spot. The chasing points, hard to catch up. That's why a lot of coaches make it a hard, fast rule. Don't go for 2 unless you absolutely have to.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Then confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. 2nd and 10.
Dudee! Hut, hut!
They'll look to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. Well, a nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
Who's still on this
Right
bitch?
where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
Check, Bobcat! Check, Bobcat!
Junebug, you in your game still?
19 tight! 19 tight! Get up!
He'll drop to throw. And that's incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
19!
And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here, and I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
So the completion gets them just a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
7 Pirates! 7 Pirates! Set! 70 Ranger! 70 Ranger! Ready, ready?
They'll set up to throw. That is caught by Lamb. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
Go!
Back to throw now on 1st down. Oh, wide open, complete. Touchdown, Cowboys. CeeDee Lamb, 50 yards. And the Cowboys have retaken a 3rd quarter lead. The Cowboys offense, it'll stay out there as they'll go for 2.
Here we go!
They'll try and throw for it. And that is caught for the 2 points. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. Oh, and some hitting going on now. This has been a tight game, and he takes a big shot there on the return. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Mozzie Smith, he fought through to record the sack. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Call it a 3-yard gain, but they'll be forced into a 3rd and 15 coming up.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. So they'll, of course, decline the pass interference there and wisely take the yardage.
And I think defensively he's saying, I was getting away with that in the first half. Why are you making that call now? But to me, that one was pretty easy to see. I don't understand what he's upset about. I think it was the correct call.
Chop 60, chop 60.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage, got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
They go play action here on 1st down. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Cowboy 80. Ready?
Again, he'll drop to throw. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete. Maybe a little over-anxious in the pocket there. He just didn't look comfortable on that throw.
No, he didn't, because it wasn't his normal fluid delivery. And I think you might have had it right. Wasn't really confident with what he saw downfield and almost felt like he wanted to pull that one back.
On play action, they'll throw. And this one is incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They have played so strongly. You look at the scoreboard, you probably, with the way they played, you would think the margin would be a lot bigger, right?
You would. And in your experience, how many times have we run into coaches where they've talked about, hey, we just want to put it in the hands of our defense and have them win the game? In this case,
yeah, not the case.
Not at all. You want to put it in the hands of your offense, but you always feel better about saying defense because you think defense is a constant and offense kind of comes and goes. Today, this game, no, they need their offense to stay on a really hot level.
They've been hot so far. Working with a lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10.
Ready, ready.
In motion, that's Tolbert.
Ready, ready.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Going right back to Ferguson. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Jake Ferguson with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cowboys get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
60 Bisons. Set.
They'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. Now he's loose again. And he's going to get it down to the 14-yard line. A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. From the gun, they'll try to run it. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
But really, that was no surprise there. They've been running it well all game, and I know goals change all the time, but any team will take that type of run each and every time.
Second and 6 from the 10.
70 Timberwolf. Ready.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. A nice display of power, but it only takes him to the 7. He's dropped there. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Now back to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Puka Nacua from 13 yards out. And the Rams have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Here we go now as we get set for a big two-point conversion.
Come on, set.
They'll look to run for it with Williams. And he is not going to get in here. So the decision to go for 2 does not pay off as they're unable to cut any further into their deficit. And the touchdown apparently wasn't enough. They're going to go for the onside kick here. Oh, did the Rams get it? Yes! LA football. So they've accomplished half the mission, Charles. They get the onside kick. They do need a touchdown here, but they've got some time to do it.
In the excitement, there's no need to press. Plenty of time. They have the opportunity. Now they just need to execute and finalize things.
Mustang 19. Hey, check that. Street.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
Hut.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
But based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
On second down, they'll run it here. And only a couple there as he'll take this up to the 47.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down.
70 Ranger.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Picked up by Malik Hooker. And the return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think, okay, he's the guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
This is caught inside the 15. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. CeeDee Lamb, 46 yards. And the Cowboys are on their way to a 2-0 start. And that touchdown, his 5th touchdown grab of the game, and that ties him with Jerry Rice from 1990, Kellen Winslow Sr. from 1981, and Bob Shaw back in 1950 for the most receiving touchdowns in a single NFL contest. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. Oh, and a nice return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it.
There's no downplaying that we all knew that this was a critical possession, and to get a return like that to start things off, that's the spark that they needed. That's the spark they were looking for.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the... And he will go down, a Cowboys sack. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
Panther 11. Check. Go.
They'll look to throw here. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Malik Hooker. He may go. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line. Oh, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game, go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Panther. Let's go.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Hands it off out of the gun. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards. Well, if this defense can hold them to a field goal here, what a win that would be.
Not just a win on the possession, but psychologically take over the ball game. But this started with 1st and goal, so they were in 4-down territory right from the beginning. I say you finish it off and go for the touchdown.
He'll look to throw. Mike McCarthy took the gamble, didn't pay off. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs.
18 Rattler. Set up.
In motion, the tight end.
Big Lion. 60 Maverick. Buffalo 18. Hut.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Go, Rig. Go. Set up.
Back to throw here. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. Set go.
They're going to look to throw. And that is incomplete. We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Set go. Ready.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on 4th down. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal.
Let's go now.
He'll look to throw. Throwing sidelines here, Ferguson bringing it in. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds.
And they ran just a little underneath route here on 1st and goal, but there's really not a whole lot of room to operate this close to the goal line. He's just not able to get loose after the catch.
Out to his left. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. The Cowboys offense, it'll stay out there as they'll go for 2.
Set.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnelled. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
7 Pirates, 7. Here we go. Set. Hut.
They'll set up a throw. Through the middle of the field. And he'll finally be taken down at the 2-yard line. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Looking to throw. And he's got it. Only a yard on the completion. It's 2nd and goal.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Second and goal from the 1.
Set. Ready. Street. Set go.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he will score. Touchdown, LA. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Rams are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
Panther 11. Ready.
They'll look to throw again. And no, it falls incomplete. So the two-point conversion, no good. So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. Oh, did the Rams get it? Yes! L.A. football. So the onside kick is recovered. And, you know, I always thought, Charles, as someone who didn't play these positions, that going over the middle as a receiver or trying to recover an onside kick, those are two very tough things to do.
Takes a lot of fortitude to put yourself in that position, but you have to do it in order to help your team win.
Unable to recover it, it costs them. The kicking team gets the football here. They'll come out throwing here on first down. And boy, another ill-advised throw there, as that will wind up incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Let's go. Trap 60, trap 60.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And oh my goodness, here's a fifth interception. Down the left sideline. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. So a fourth quarter pick six here, and that one might put this game out of reach, CD.
I certainly agree with that, partner, and I know one thing, though. That team that just got the pick six, they're going to keep playing until this one's over. Better be careful. They're looking to get another one.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Rolling to his left. That's caught. And this is going to be caught. So add two more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the fourth. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And they're going to have terrific field position as they finally get to him, but just shy of the midfield stripe.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better and try and execute that on the way out the door and maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end a ball game that's been a frustrating one for you.
And we'll see if they go back to base. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. Back to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Malik Hooker. Down the sideline he goes. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner, hoping they're holding a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap one.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Ready up.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today, coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Going to be taken in here by Nakua. And a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win them the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
A lot there. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. Was an exercise in futility anyway. It doesn't affect the final outcome, and this one's over. So they tried to tack on two more. Wouldn't have mattered as far as who won and who lost, but that's